Welcome to LoRaWAN at IIT-BHU Varanasi. IIT-BHU Varanasi campus is LoRaWAN enabled, and here we build the devices, change the communication protocol to make it suitable for various applications such as agriculture, water pollution monitoring, smart metering system, and transportation. Here, this is the picture that how we can communicate. So LoRaWAN gateway is on the top of the CSC department, and this CSC department LoRaWAN gateway connected to the thing open source LoRaWAN network server. This is the picture diagram that indicates that how we can check that whether the location is covered by the LoRaWAN or not. This is a proprietary device that we built on the board. Have the one Arduino board here, one LoRa chip is there, and some sensors that use for sensing the environment. Here we also use a small antenna to communicate the data to the LoRaWAN outdoor gateway. So this board indicates that once the sensors they detect some phenomena, they transmit this information to the Arduino board to some processing, and then they transmit this data to the LoRaWAN outdoor gateway using LoRa chip. Here we use the 868 megahertz frequency chip, which is in the India available for working purpose. So this is a very small and battery power circuit, which is required a very less battery consumption and power while transmit the data to the end user. Now we see that how this board can communicate this information to the outdoor gateway. The outdoor gateway is on the top of the CSC department, and this gateway is sufficient to handle the large number of devices. Here they have one location models, and they also provide the SIM connectivity, but here for the simplicity we use the LAN connectivity with this outdoor gateway to connect with others locations and to the system. Now once this gateway transfer this information to the system connected with the think speak, which is used for visualization of the data and transmission of the data to the end user. So here we can see that what information they collect the sensory data and display the data on using the think speak server. So this data can extracted by the end user to visualization of the data to the sensor and understand the values of the sensory data. This is another open source chirp stack server. They show that how to collect the data and how to do the data. The beauty of this server is that this is the open source. It available the network server, application server in Go programming language. It provides the optimization techniques and modules which can modify and which can append or delete models based on the requirement of the application. Now we come to a one final application that indicates that LoRaWAN can also use as a LoRa for peer-to-peer communication. So here two smart devices are there. Assume that these smart devices has no SIM connection, no internet connection. How they can transmit their data? So the beauty of the LoRa here we use two circuits. One is that is the LoRa chip is there and Arduino board is there. They connected with the smartphone so that one LoRa chip can communicate with the other LoRa chip. Because since the LoRa chip can communicate with some kilometers, so if these two users are have so far so have the kilometer distance, then they can still communicate successfully with each other without any connectivity. Power consumption is very less, and other things such as the display screen batteries they can use from the smartphone. So here this is the chat application. One user they type something, the other users they can see the output and so on. So here need to do a programming modification in the LoRa protocol so that we can make them suitable for such type of the application. So sender and receiver program need to modify and their protocol so that they can smoothly connected with the arbitrary payload size data sequentially without any interrupt, without any corrections. One more interesting thing is that here, since this is the peer-to-peer, so we are not worried about the speeding factor. So we fix the speeding factor both devices the same, and it depends on the distance that okay this speeding factor is suitable for the communication. At the end, we can see one more application just so that we can how we can use the LoRaWAN. So this is a smart meter transmit the